Loud, loud, loud. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another beautiful day in Bangkok. I gotta say, I'm really enjoying my time here. Been here, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. It's been wonderful. I've lost like 5 or 6 pounds doing Muay Thai boxing every day, walking around in this beautiful, hot sun every single day, just having a good time. Anyway, today we're gonna talk about NIO and what I think NIO strategy should be. If you are an investor in NIO or a fan of NIO, we talk about NIO sometimes on this channel, and we'll talk about if they should come to Thailand and what I think about the market here in Thailand. Now that I've been here 3 weeks and I've seen a lot. The other thing we'll talk about is I'm actually going to a place right now which is like one of the newest malls in Bangkok, and we'll talk about what Thai people do. It's hot here, so a lot of people go to malls. I'll show you what the malls are like now and which direction they're leaning towards, and I'll give you a hint. It's more like experiences, and I think NIO House could be a really strong experience for potential NIO business here in Thailand. Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about today, and let's just get right into it. You may have actually seen recently my other video where I talked about Chinese cars are kind of dominating, at least EVs are dominating the streets here in Thailand. Bangkok. Now, I haven't gone anywhere else besides Bangkok in 3 weeks since I've been here, but here in Bangkok, pretty much every EV is Chinese or Tesla, but made in China Tesla. What's actually interesting is how many of these cars are what you would call like neighborhood EVs, or maybe just we can call them more affordable EVs. So a lot of BYD Dolphins, a lot of Nita, a lot of GAC, Ion, Guangzhou Automotive Group, Ion, so Ion Y. A lot of more affordable kind of EVs. Not so many luxury EVs. I think I saw one BMW EV. Not even sure which model. It was an SUV. Anyway, you don't see very many. Even when it comes to like Tesla, you don't see a lot of Model Y. It's mostly Model 3, which compared to probably every other country on earth that sells Model 3 and Model Y, you're going to get a lot more Model Ys. But I think here, I would say Thai people are more, at least it appears to be more price sensitive, because cars and owning a car in Thailand is already quite expensive. And then EV just adds to that cost, generally speaking. So anyway, let's talk about what I think NIO strategy should be. I would say, first of all, NIO shouldn't launch their main brand NIO here in Thailand right away. Like I said, I don't see a lot of luxury EVs on the market here. I don't think that power swapping would be a great idea here at the moment if they only have, a very small volume of cars on the road. Here in Thailand, you get a lot of traffic jams, a lot of people sitting in traffic a long time to do anything. They're not going to want to build massive amounts of power swap stations, the whole network here in Bangkok, before they have, a lot of users here. But the only way to make it even worthwhile versus charging would be have a big network of power swap stations. You know what I mean? Like, there's only 1 or 2 stations here, and there's only a few users here. You're gonna be driving an hour across town to swap your battery because you're gonna be sitting in traffic for so long. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be convenient. So my thought is, if NIO does want to bring their cars into Thailand, they need to first bring their sub-brand. Sub-brand Alps or Firefly, either of them haven't launched yet. We don't really know what they're going to be, but they should be competitive price-wise. At least Alps should be competitive price-wise with, say, like a Model 3 or a Model Y, maybe even cheaper, with a battery as a service. And then you got Firefly eventually, which should be more like a Nita or a BYD Dolphin, maybe like a $20,000 car. And we don't know if that one's going to be power swapping. So my thought is, initially, hopefully, they will launch Alps, not just in China, but in Southeast Asia and developing markets like this, where there's very clearly, they're very open to Chinese vehicles, Chinese brands, very open to new brands, like Nita and Ion. These are brands that were not in Thailand before, whereas BYD is kind of a legacy brand, but also wasn't really here in Thailand before the EV revolution took off. So I would say you bring Alps here and you get significant volume of users here, and then you can build power swap stations. And then maybe once you have a significant number of users and a significant number of power swap stations, and you prove the concept to the Thai people, that's when you will maybe launch NT 3.0 NIO brand vehicles here in the future. Now, that's just my thought. What do you guys think about that? I think definitely focus on volume, affordability, and proving out the battery swap concept, again, in volume, where you can have maybe 10 or 15 stations here in Bangkok, because you maybe have sold 1,000 or 2,000 cars here over the course of a year. You know, I don't know what actual volume, I have a green light, but would look like. But just saying, if you're only selling a handful of high-end cars, you're not going to have enough volume for power swap. And if you don't have power swap, then like I've always said, you really lose a lot of the appeal of NIO, even though the cars are very nice. Okay, so that's that. Again, what do you guys think? Make sure to leave a comment on that. Now here we are, going to one of the newest malls, more of like a luxury mall, experiential mall here in Bangkok. It's called Sphere. It's at Pom Pom, something like that. My Thai sucks still, but I'm trying to get better. TIY by Ting, if you're watching this, please let me know how we're doing with my pronunciation. This is Sukhumvit Road, Sukhumvit, and we're going to up here at Sphere. Anyway, this is kind of like what the direction is for malls here in Thailand, here in Bangkok, maybe across the world, where like older malls where they're focused on shopping, not really so popular anymore, but malls where you can focus on having an experience and having lots of different food options and coming here and just eating your life away and experiencing different activities. There's like a music kind of like hall on the top that's closed right now. But I saw a sign that said Hey Sheeran was here, maybe for like a meet and greet, I don't know. But that kind of experience, the whole ground floor, as you're gonna see as we go in, it's gonna be all food. You never see that in a mall. Usually a mall, everywhere, right? The food is maybe on the top floor, the food court, something like that, or the basement. No. Here we go. We're going to Sphere. And we got Shake Shack right away. I'm not going to give you a huge tour of this ground floor, but let's just tell you, this is a place with food from all over the world. You have Japanese food, curry, you got hamburgers, you got Chinese food, you got jiaozi, you got ramen, you got all kinds of stuff. You got Italian food, you got pasta, pizza, coffee, like absolutely insane food court here. This whole first floor is food. Like incredible. Like how do you even choose? Like you got people lined up for days. You got all these places where you can take pictures. Like this is what the Thai experience is about. You can come here and take pictures, post on your Instagram, post on your Facebook. They still love Facebook here. It's incredible how many people use Facebook. Coming from China, right? Like it's been a decade in China or more, and I deleted my Facebook like 4 or 5 years ago. I never used it. But here people are like, oh, you got Facebook? I'm like, no. And I feel like I'm some sort of loser. So you got vegan food here, more coffee, you know, just incredible place. You want to come here and just eat. And also take pictures. They have all these different zones where, you know, you can take a really cool picture. You got beautiful food where you can take good pictures of your food and show off how amazing all the food is. You know, this is the direction malls are heading. And so let's talk about more about cars, because since I say like the direction malls are heading is experiential. And what NIO's doing as well with NIO House is like an experiential kind of concept, right? And I know a lot of people hate it. But it's certainly, I would say they're kind of on the leading edge in that direction, because what other car dealer is doing that? So I'm going to show you a couple more things, and then we're going to go up to the 4th floor. I'm going to show you what the car dealerships are looking like up there. There's car dealers up there on the 4th floor. Oh, and one other thing, speaking of NIO House and Thailand, Thai people love beverages, like ice cold beverages, whether it's coffee or Thai tea. If you start watching this video when I'm not pointing at my face, you look around, you'll see A, how many drink shops there are, and B, how many people are carrying a drink in their hand. I think I'm on the wrong floor. Might have to go up again. But like, look at how high end everything is. Like even this right here, Kentucky Fried Chicken is like fancy. Everything here is fancy, high end, much better than what you'll find in most countries. And I went to the wrong floor. I'm sorry, guys. But so I always get distracted when I speak and walk and talk. So when it comes to like, let's say a NIO house, for example, NIO house, as long as they make it A, open to the public, not exclusive to the users, but open to the public like they do in Europe, and B, two, if they have like a really cool drink, like a picturesque drink, or a really tasty drink, but ideally picturesque because people always just want to post it on the internet, right? That's the main goal with anybody these days, is getting that sweet, sweet content and having the likes and having that nice dopamine hit, right? So like, look at this girl right here. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to zoom in. Posing with a sign that says sour. So this is a drink shop that we passed by earlier with a huge line. Everybody taking pictures. You know, that's the kind of thing. If NIO plays their cards right, because they always have a city drink, right? They always have a city drink. So if they play their cards right, they have a really cool city drink for Bangkok, really special. Of course, you're gonna have tons of Chinese coming to try it because they love their own brands. But, you know, a lot of Chinese people can come here now, visa free. Pretty much everybody can actually. Visa free to Thailand, which is new. So NIO users who have money, generally speaking, more money than the average Chinese person, they can fly here, experience the NIO house, but also local Thai people can come as well. You know, you only need to have like a small NIO house, drinks, beautiful drinks, and a couple cars, and you're good to go. And you don't need to make it a massive thing. But again, only after they have much more significant volume. Look at that, more places for people to take pictures, although nobody's taking a picture there. I want to find the place. I'm kind of lost. I don't know really where I'm supposed to be. It's a big mall. I swear there was a cafe that was so much like a NIO house. It even had like a kind of like a circular kind of step, like into like a step kind of pit area. Now look at this place. You can have tea here, coffee here, plus fragrances, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I'm sorry, I cannot find the actual shop I was looking for that reminded me of a NIO house. Maybe I'll find it on the way back down. But in the meantime, let's go up another floor and find the cars. We can see what kind of cars are on offer here in this kind of high-end mall and see if anybody's looking at them, see how, you know, what's the foot traffic like. Right now is Monday, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So first of all, here on the third floor, we do have a temporary center display for Audi. So you can see what kind of cars they have here on display for Audi. We're gonna go up one more to see the permanent stores, the permanent displays. So I think what you'll notice if you start paying attention to what's going on here is, like, if you look at these girls right here, coming right now, they all have a drink in their hand. In Thailand, everybody always has a drink in their hand. Drinks are so popular. I think NIO House is a great idea. Oh, you know, no, anyway, I'm distracted. Anyway, I think NIO House would be a great idea if they do start to have like volume for their vehicles, and if they sell a really, really special drink. If they just want to come here and have like a standard car dealer, you know, that's fine. They don't need a NIO House for that. And we're gonna go see. Man, I forgot about how this place is actually. I forgot that like there's like ground floor and then like GM or something. There's like 3 ground floors. I don't know. But the cars are up on that 4th floor, but it's actually like the 7th floor, I think. So yeah, here we go. There's more experiential kind of places. Oh no, here we go. Cars are on this floor. I'm so confused, man. I hate malls. I get so lost in a mall, whereas outside in the city streets, I can walk like all around a new city and never get turned around, never get lost. Anyway, so this is the tech floor. And the higher you go, obviously the fewer people you're gonna see. Everybody wants to be on the ground floor eating. But here you got like 52 toys, like anime stuff, I don't know, dolls and stuff. And you got Beyond Box. You got tech stuff here. You got the phone store. AIS is like a basically like T-Mobile or AT&T of Thailand. Then we've got the DJI store over here. Another guy having a drink. Imagine if that's a NIO House's drink. Okay, here we go. So as we go over here, we're in the Auto Galleria section of the mall. So you have Honda here. We have Lotus over here, which I haven't actually got to sit in this Lotus yet, but we're gonna take a look at it. You might not know, NIO's actually invested, NIO Capital invested in Lotus. So NIO kind of already is here in Thailand, but it's actually a Geely sub-brand now. So you got 7 million Thai baht for this Lotus Electra. Massive, massive wheels, holy mackerel. It actually looks quite a bit like a NIO in some ways, like even this, the tail light, you know, we see on the NT 2.0 NIOs. The handles are also the same. I don't know if they open like this. I don't know. There's nobody here, so there you go. Nice looking car. Carbon fiber. 7 million baht. So that would be like 1 million baht is like $30,000. So 7 million, 7 times 3 is $210,000. Is that right? As you guys all know, anybody who's watched my channel, I'm horrible at math. So make sure you correct me if I'm wrong, but I would guess that's like $200,000. I haven't seen any in the streets, so I don't know if they've actually sold any. I don't know. But let's say NIO brings out a car that's, you know, the ES8 or the ET5 or something, or it doesn't matter. They bring out a car a bit much cheaper than that. It should be. So here we have a Hyundai Ioniq 5. I also haven't seen any of these in the street, so anyway, as you can see, much like NIO houses in China, nobody here, nobody looking at the cars. We have Volvo. It's kind of like a NIO house. They have a dining area, a meeting room over there. They have coffee shop. This is very much like what I would expect a NIO house in Thailand to be like. I don't want to bother them. They're busy. So, yeah. So again, much like NIO houses in China, no people, but it's fine, right? Because I think that if NIO did come here, they put their shop on a lower level if the mall would let them, and they make the cafe portion, the lifestyle portion more up front, move the car to the back or the side, right? But make a cafe where people can sit and hang out, because as you can see on the ground floor, that's where everybody is, that's what everybody loves. Do that, change the concept up a little bit where it's like, yes, we're a car company, but this is our lifestyle part of our brand, it's our lifestyle experience. To me, that would be much better than being like just another shop in the mall. Just like we talked about before, like one good thing I like about a NIO house in China is like, they're not just another shop in the mall. Like just like here in China, you always have like 3, 4, 5 car shops all right next to each other. Same footprint, very small. You know, you have Tesla, you have XPeng, you have Li Auto, you have IL, whatever, IM, all these brands right next to each other. And they all look kind of the same. But if you have it in a separate place next to luxury brands and you have a different kind of idea and concept, you're gonna stand out a little bit more. So I hope that's what NIO does. So anyway, here's the Ion Y Plus over here. This is the, I always forget, Ion Z, I guess? This is like the one I test drove. Be sure to watch my test drive video. Oh, this is the Ion ES, okay. There's another Ion Y. So I didn't test drive the Ion Y, I test drove, it must have been the Ion Z, right? Go back and watch that video, I'll put a link. Not too bad of a car for the price, for about $20,000 in China. Pretty good, you see them everywhere, and now you're starting to see them everywhere in Thailand too. And that's what I've been trying to say is that Thailand is not averse to Chinese products, Chinese brands, Chinese cars. If the product is good, the price is right, they will pay for it. And they're really, really not averse either to electrification of vehicles. And so I think what NIO needs to do is first bring Alps, bring their power swap stations for Alps, and then bring their the NIO proper brand, at the end of the day. Eventually, maybe you have a NIO house, but make it an experiential hub in a mall like this on the ground floor, and have an amazing drink, and then you will have some success, at least, relative to some other strategies, in my opinion. That would be the strategy to go for. But what do you guys think? Let me know. I guess that's about it. We do have over here Tesla Powerwall, but we don't have any Tesla cars. This is just a third-party installer. But as you can see, electrification is big here. Solar is big here. We got so much sun in Thailand. It's hot every day, and that's just the way it's gonna go. So NIO, come to Thailand, and I'll buy a car here if I live here. I'll buy a sub-brand. I'll buy an Alps. Any Thai people, would you buy a NIO car or a NIO sub-brand here? Would you want to be swapping your battery here? Let me know. Sorry, my other camera doesn't have any space left on the memory, so anyway, I just came down the parking lot here in the same mall. I want to see if there's any EV charging and what is actually charging, so let's turn this sucker around. Here at the mall, we do have level 2 EV charging, not supercharging, not fast charging. We have about, I don't know, maybe about 20 spots. I didn't count them. Something like that. And there's only one car charging, and that is a BYD Dolphin. BYD Dolphin. Let's go take a look over here. This is on the B2 level. I went on B1 first, and there was no EV charging. So you have to download an app. You have to reserve the charging session, and then you can start charging. There you go. Very, very, very different from China, where A, all of these would be full at a mall like this in China, and B, you won't need a separate app. You just use WeChat or Alipay. So probably similar to, like, I don't know, my experience in Europe, where you have to have like a bunch of different apps. Maybe that's something you have to do in Thailand too. I don't know. But it's so much easier in China, where everybody has the same payment app for everything. It has its drawbacks, but generally speaking, it's much easier and more convenient. So, okay, bye-bye.